Hello. The comedian Victor Borg said the closest distance between two people is having a good laugh. And I couldn't agree more. I think it's one of those things in social situations where you feel, a real connection with people if you have a good laugh with them. And it's one of those beautiful things, I guess, in life. And it's hard to describe. It's actually debated what laughter does. There's been a lot of studies around it, but they've debated about what it actually does for us. And you look at sort of some of the Asian countries that have those therapies where they stand around having a good laugh. They're in lines almost like kung fu or a qigong or something like that, where they're all just doing a laughter therapy. So obviously it's got some really good things or feelings or emotions that it gives us as humans. And I ask you what you describe, that feeling after you've had a good laugh. What's that feeling or what's the word you'd use to describe it? A few that sprung to mind is, feeling sort of spent, or maybe exhilaration is another one, or even perhaps bliss. It could even be likened to sort of that feeling after you've made love with someone where you are feeling spent, you sort of had a really good laugh and you're like, whoo, like, wow. And a little bit awkward to talk about, but, it's one of those amazing feelings that's hard to describe. If someone hadn't had a really good belly laugh, it would be hard to explain to someone. So I guess it's kind of endorphins, or it's dopamine, or perhaps, serotonin release, where we feeling that amazing feeling afterwards. And perhaps it's to do with the physical side of things as well. It could be just that those endorphins are actually released from our stomach muscles tensing up and actually having a good laugh from that. So it's proven also that, we're more likely to actually have a good laugh when we're in a social situation as opposed to when we're on our own. And it's also a sign of goodwill between humans. A smile can be faked, whereas a laugh, we sniff out if someone's having a fake laugh. So yeah, it's a sign of goodwill. They've done studies between primates where they show their teeth and have a laugh, and laugh's probably not the word, but there's a guy I really love, Leo Buscaglia. He's passed away now, but he said, humor's a great antidote to cruelty, to distrust, and also to condescension. So it's a really good thing, between connecting with other humans. It's something that can really help a situation, and it's really hard to be stressed. If you're having a laugh, it's very hard to be in a stress situation. If you're having a laugh, it's one of those situations where it's, I heard a good one once, which was, they were saying, if you're feeling really stressed about the boss coming down on you hard, if you rewind that situation, replay it back to yourself, and picture the boss as a bit of a clown, it's hard to see that situation as stressful as what you were seeing it. They did studies on music versus laughter, and laughter trumped listening to just music in terms of de-stressing people. They also found that it's actually a really good immunity builder. When they tested women's breast milk, they found that they had a lot better immunity within the breast milk from people that actually had a good laugh as well. So that's quite amazing that it has that sort of thing, that that effect on our bodies from having laughter. But as I say, science does debate what actually does happen when we laugh, and it's a lot of the studies say it may de-stress, it may cause less anxiety, it may cause less of those bad things, basically. And I think it's quite cool, that if we look over time, the people like Jesus was considered a bit crazy, St. Francis was considered a bit crazy, Buddha was considered crazy as well. I think life's not meant to be so serious. It's good if we can have a good laugh at ourselves and also at the situation we're in. And it's a real good relief and good feeling. And yeah, I know in a sales situation, if a sale, I'm in sales and have been for a lot of my adult life. And I know if a situation's not going too well, that, having a good laugh, it can break down walls and ease the situation and build a bit of know, like and trust factor with the client, as opposed to if you're just going down a sales process. So I think there's so many benefits to laughter. It's such an important thing in our lives, and yeah, if we can have a good laugh at ourselves as well as the situation around us, it's really, really important. So yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts on that. I think laughter's a really important thing. And I've just got a quote here. A nun was quoted saying, "If you love to eat, you're usually healthy. If you love to sleep, you generally have no big sins on your soul. And if you love to laugh, you'll always be sane." Thanks for watching.